I'm a moron. That's the headline. Only a moron would haul ass into Algonquin Provincial Park in February, alone, chasing a Reddit rumor about northern lights so vivid, they'd make my Instagram pop. But I'm Emma, 29, freelance photographer, and my feed's been drier than my dating life. So here I am, 10 p.m., my Jeep's tires grinding snow at a trailhead off Highway 60. The only car in a lot that screams abandoned apocalypse. The sky's a sullen purple, teasing auroras if the clouds play nice. I sling my camera bag over my shoulder, tripod in hand, and trudge into the woods, boots sinking into fresh powder. The silence is a living thing, heavy, watching me like I owe it money. I'm no wilderness warrior. I'm all about Wi-Fi, oat milk lattes, and knowing a Tim Hortons is a quick drive away. But some online thread swore Algonquin's pines frame the aurora like a goddamn cathedral. And I need those likes, those shares, that sweet hit of internet validation. My mom's voice nags in my head. Emma, why not a real job? Solid point, Mom. Maybe because I'm dumb enough to think freezing my toes off for a photo is my brand. The trail's a ghost under the snow, snaking through spruce and pine that loom like they've got grudges. My flashlight beam bounces off icy trunks, catching glints that flicker like eyes. I'm headed for a clearing a kilometer in, hyped as the spot for night shots. The cold's a bully, clawing through my parka, and my fingers throb in my gloves. I'm dreaming of the hot chocolate waiting at my motel, those tiny marshmallows that taste like simpler days. It's pathetic how you cling to small stuff out here, those taken-for-granted scraps that feel like home. I hit the clearing, a snowy circle ringed by pines stretching into the dark. The air's so still it's like the world's paused. I set up my tripod, cursing as my numb hands fumble the screws, and mount my Canon, tweaking for a long exposure. The sky's got a faint green glow, the aurora playing coy. I snap a test shot, the shutters click, echoing like a gunshot. The screen shows the clearing, the pines, the snow. Meh, but it's a start. Then it hits. A hum low and bone deep, pulsing through my boots like the forest's got a heartbeat. My camera flickers, the screen glitching with green-black static. I smack it, muttering, "Don't you dare quit on me." Spare batteries in the Jeep, and I'm not hiking back. The hum grows, rattling my teeth, and the air thickens, like I'm sucking in fog. My name cuts through the dark. Emma, a whisper soft, slithering through the pines. I freeze, flashlight jerking across the trees. Nothing but snow and shadows. Who's there? I croak, voice swallowed by the void. I'm alone. I check the lot, the trail. No one's out here, but the whisper doubles, triples, a chorus weaving around me. Emma! Emma! I force a laugh, sharp and brittle. Cool, I'm in the Blair Witch Project. Where's my Oscar? Dark humor's my crutch, but it's crumbling against the ice in my veins. My flashlight catches a flicker, a shadow darting between trees, too fast, too tall. My heart's a jackhammer, screaming run, but my legs are cement. I'm not brave. I scream at moths, but I'm not stupid enough to ignore the equation. Alone plus woods plus creepy voices. Get the hell out. I check my camera, desperate for proof I'm not insane. The screen's a mess, but it shows the clearing wrong. The pines are gnarled, leafless, clawing at the sky. At the edge stands a figure, too tall, limbs bent like a broken doll. Its face is a white smear, eyes like voids, staring through the screen into me. I yelp, ripping the camera free, and the screen goes black, but the hum's a roar now, shaking snow from branches. The air reeks, damp earth, rot, and something sour, like fear itself. The whispers sharpen. Stay. It's a command hungry, and the shadows move, 3, 4, circling the clearing. They're not human. Too tall, too thin. their limbs jerking like puppets with cut strings. Cryptids, my brain spits, some primal part recognizing what my city girl ass can't. They're coming and I'm lunch. I'm no hero. My cardio's a joke, but survival's a hell of a coach. I clutch my camera, ditch the tripod, and bolt. The snow's a trap, sucking at my boots, and the pines close in, branches snagging my parka like hands. The footsteps come. Crunch, crunch. Too close, too many. I glance back, a mistake. They're there, 3 of them, loping through the trees, their void eyes locked on me. One's closer, its arms stretching, fingers like bone knives grazing my hood. I scream, ducking, and veer off the trail, crashing through underbrush. Twigs snap under my boots, my breath a ragged sob. The whispers are screams now, a cacophony of "Stay! Emma! Stay!" The forest fights me, roots trip me, branches claw my face, drawing blood that stings in the cold. I'm not fast, but I'm desperate, weaving between trees, slipping on ice. One cryptid lunges, its claws raking my backpack, tearing fabric. I twist free, heart exploding, and spot a frozen stream ahead. I slide across it, praying it holds, but the ice groans, cracking under my weight. Behind me, they hesitate, their weight splintering the surface, buying me seconds. My mind's a war zone, panic, clarity, regret. I see my cat, Muffin, alone in my apartment, starving if I don't make it. My mom crying at a funeral I can't let her plan. The hot chocolate, those stupid marshmallows, the couch where I binge trash TV. These small, dumb things, they're everything now, fuel for my legs. I'm not dying here, not for a photo, not for likes. The Jeep's headlights glow through the trees, salvation. But the cryptids are relentless, their footsteps a drumbeat, closing in. One leaps from my left, a blur of white and shadow, and I dive, rolling into a snowbank. Pain flares, my ankle twists, sharp and hot. I scramble up, limping, tears freezing on my cheeks. The air's a vice, heavy with that rotting stench. And something cold brushes my neck, claws or worse, lingering like a promise. I'm sobbing, screaming, "Leave me alone!" But they don't bargain. I reach the Jeep, diving inside, slamming the door. My hands are jelly, dropping the keys under the seat. The whispers swarm, a storm battering the windows, and I see them, 6 now, circling the car, their faces pressing against the glass, smearing frost with eyeless stares. I find the keys, jam them in, and the engine roars. The tires spin, fishtailing, then catch, launching me onto the highway. A claw scrapes the roof, metal screeching, but I don't stop. The trailhead vanishes in the rear view, the pines writhing like they're alive, their branches clawing the sky. I drive like a maniac, ankle throbbing, until Huntsville's lights hit me like a hug. I limp into a motel, a neon-lit dive reeking of stale coffee, and lock myself in a room, camera clutched like a lifeline. I don't sleep. Every creak's a claw, every shadow a void eye. At dawn, I check the camera. The memory card's blank, every shot erased, like the forest ate them. I'm different now. I sold my gear, moved to Toronto, and took upon soul-sucking job of editing stock photos. Safe, boring, no woods. I don't hike anymore, don't camp, don't even look at trees too long. My ankle healed, but the limp in my soul didn't. I'm jumpy, checking locks obsessively, waking to phantom whispers. Muffin's my anchor, her purring a reminder I'm alive. I call my mom more, savoring her nagging like it's gold. Those small things, coffee, TV, family, they're not small anymore. They're why I fought, why I ran. But I need answers. I can't let it go. In my tiny apartment, I dive into research, scouring forums, old books, anything about Algonquin. I find whispers of the Wendigo, a First Nations legend. Tall, gaunt, eyeless, born of hunger and cold. Some say they're spirits, others cursed humans. But all agree, they call your name, stalk you, claim you. A park ranger's blog mentions the Whispering Pines, a patch of forest where hikers vanish, their names heard on the wind. An elder's account, buried in an archive, warns of a ritual gone wrong centuries ago, binding something ancient to the land, something that feeds on fear. I dig deeper, finding grainy photos from the 70s, blurry shapes in the snow, too tall, too thin. A hunter's journal, digitized on a folklore site, describes a chase like mine, claws on his truck, whispers that followed him home. He never returned to Algonquin. Neither will I. The lore's incomplete, but it's enough. I saw them, they saw me, and they're still out there waiting. Sometimes, at night, with Muffin curled up and Toronto humming outside, I hear it, a faint Emma. I tell myself it's the city, the pipes, my head. But I keep a knife by my bed and I never sleep with the window open. I'm alive. I made it. But part of me, the part that ran, bled, fought, knows the whispering pines never let go.